What's going on, everybody? My name is James Thompson. I'm the Senior Finance Officer here at Lexington Capital Holdings. Today, I'm going to be talking about what it takes to be a successful cold caller. So to get things started, I would say one of the most important things when it comes to being a successful cold caller is going to be just your attitude on the phone and just about the job in general. A lot of times when people hear of cold calling, they just think, oh my Lord, like here we go. We're gonna have to be getting hung up on, your sea of voicemails. We're gonna have to be dealing with a bunch of people cursing you out, this, that, and the third. As a cold caller, one thing that I did in my career to kind of help me propel through the cold calling phase of my career was really my attitude. My biggest thing that I would do is I would just go into each phone call with the most positive attitude I possibly could. And with holding a positive attitude, it would bring about just more beneficial conversations for me rather than if I was thinking about the last guy that hung up on me and the last 5 people that it's not the right time for, whatever the case may be. So always keep your mind in a positive place. Always expect good things to come about. And it's like the law of attraction at the end of the day. If you're thinking about negative things to come about, more negative things are going to come about. So you want to keep your mind in that positive loop. Keep yourself thinking about making more sales. Keep yourself thinking about having good conversations, and more of that will come. For number 2, I would say being able to learn is just huge when it comes down to sales in general, let alone cold calling. One thing that I would do a lot in my career would be listening back to my own phone calls. So I would go home every day on my car ride home. I would be listening to some of the phone calls that I had earlier in that day. I would listen for the ways that I was responding, how I sounded in my tonality, what I was saying, how quickly I was speaking my words, how the person reacted to what I had just said, and listening to these things and kind of analyzing the game film, in a sense, if you will. It really propels you and it helps you see what it is that you need to correct in your own game to be able to elevate you to the next level. Another really big thing in cold calling is going to be just consistency in general. Cold calling at the end of the day is a numbers game. So you want to give yourself the most possible shots as you can for one to go in. I like to give an analogy of, say you had one sales representative that's dialing, say, 950 people a day, and then you have another one that's dialing 1,000 people a day. The representative that's dialing an extra 50 people every single day, they're going to, in total, dial an extra 12,000 people roughly in a year's time. So over 12,000 different connections that you're going to be making over the span of a year. It's going to be almost impossible for you to not be able to get at least 4 to 5 of those sales. Little things like that is what's going to lead to you becoming a better salesman in your career or a better saleswoman in your career. It's going to propel you to the next level. All right, guys. So to wrap it all up for you here, 3 main things that we had spoke about to be a successful cold caller is going to be 1, your attitude in the phone call. You always want to go in with a positive, upbeat approach. Number 2, you always want to be able to learn. You want to be able to listen back on your mistakes, and you want to be able to correct yourself so that way you're successful in the times to come. And number 3 is you always want to stay consistent in your craft. Consistency is huge in this game, and at the end of the day, sales is a numbers game. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. My name is James Thompson. I'm the Senior Finance Officer here at Lexington Capital, and I'd love to see you guys again.